All right, this is December 14th, 2023. I'm a live tape reading session. The chat was acting up on this one. I told you yesterday they were cool, but today it was acting up on this one. They had me talking for almost 30 minutes now. Don't worry, that other guy in the back is now saying it wasn't 30 minutes because you showed up 8 minutes late and then you took some time to, okay, all right, relax. You ready. You got me. So, so bang bang. We can get another. Let me see. What was down here? We could potentially get another low, potentially, and that other low, whether it provides another one there and then moves that way. Um, I like the possibility of that before like a larger pushback in there. I mean, obviously we're following the little candlestick structure within here, but this is the thing you guys got to pay attention to. So with these wicks that we have in here, now I'm not on the lower time frame, but I also don't need to be on the lower time frame to know what it's doing here. This is just swings in here. So remember how we count our swings? So we get 4 to 6 swings and then reverse, but there are times where it reverses on 3. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then reverse back down into here. So we know that these are little swings inching up to a rejection back the other way. And the same thing was within here. The same thing inside of there. Swing there. Another swing there. That one took the low of that swing. So you got a swing there. Another swing in here. The fourth swing in there. And then you see us fail and go back the other way. All time frames. And if you're asking me how you should track these swings, you should be ashamed of yourself because it's in back testing that you track these. Not based on my verification of anything. Go and track it yourself. Go to the 4 hour. Start from the 4 hour. Go down to the 15-minute. Go down to the 12 if you have to. Drop down to the 5. Go to the 1. Then go down to the 15-second. Then go to the 5-second. And go back up to the daily if you're missing any there. Go to the weekly. Don't you dare ask me to verify for you what you should see if you're the only person that's going to be pushing the button. That's the gentleman that wrote to me about swings. I'm telling you, the faster you realize that you're responsible for your pace, the faster you would begin to run. But to walk and wait and just wallow and, maybe let's see what the market gives today. You could be in back testing, wiping the floor with history. Oh, this when Warren Buffett bought it? I'm going back testing to see if I could have bought it before him. There's so much data that is insane what you can like creatively do, creatively follow, or even understand things you don't understand. I showed you guys charting the 10-year -2 for the recession predictor. I showed you guys how to chart that. How to chart interest rates, how to chart eggs, all these different things that's out there. You can go into when your country took their currency off of the dollar or off of the gold standard and just follow it the rest of the way through. You can look at the cross interactions between the pound and the New Zealand dollar. Not even a major pair, but the pound and the New Zealand dollar. And go back into history and look at what trade agreements were like during those times and why there was those spikes in those years. I'm telling y'all waste y'all time too much on this video game stuff. Y'all gonna find out when y'all get older that the sooner you understand how the world works, the easier life becomes for you. The easier life becomes for you. Oh, we in the silver bouillet hours? Hold up. Let me see. 10:15. Oh, they got their silver bouillet. Look at that. They got their silver bouillet. That's perfect. I'm telling you, I'm always paying attention to this because it's important to note when these things occur. Ooh, that's looking like some life coming out of it. How much in this candle? 12 points in that candle? Oh, they being spicy today with the volatility. The volatility has been terrible for has been terrible. Look at this. Look at how tiny these candles are in here. It's been terrible. Now it's game on over here. It's one candle, 14 points. You go back over here, one candle after the down candle, let's see, it's 3. You think I'm gonna risk my profit in 3-point ranges? Oh, you mean you don't know how to read 3-point ranges? Okay. Glass half full, glass half empty, right? So you know this high is not a part of structure, right? Anybody that follows Dave Teaches structure, right? Not anybody else's structure. Dave Teaches structure. Not a part of structure. Y'all, I got some music in my ears. I feel like putting up some other pairs on the chart. I used to trade 4 pairs at the same time using the 15-second. I'm going to release those videos later on, of course, when you guys get a full understanding of what we do now. So you don't have to ask about like why I was marking up stuff then, when the knowledge that I use now has been refined compared to that time. So I'm going to release it when y'all get some foundation. But you guys are going to see, I used to just play house music and have 4 charts, different asset classes too. They got gold on one, somebody else actually for GJ or the yen on another. I had NASDAQ up there, I had oil up there, I had US 30 up there, Euro USD at one point, all these different pairs. I was just analyze it on the 1 minute and even the 15-second time frame. Remember what I said. Remember what I said about this drawing. This is why you guys take notes, right? I said we can put in another low, but what you could see is after we put in that low, we could also put in another low in proximity to it. Remember that? That's why it's important not to watch the chat and be laughing about all these different things, Mr. Magma, because you miss certain things. And now your trading could depend on your understanding and knowledge of the why about these things. And here you go, just getting liquidated. But I thought it said it's going up. But I thought it was, and you just getting clapped up in every single demand that's below. I put my stop behind there, and I put my, but flipped up and then closed above the candle high, and there's another stop again. Where have we shifted bullish, sir? That's not for you, Magma, by the way. I'm just talking about in general. He's like, I didn't even say anything. I just opened up the chart and woo. So yeah, I'm just drinking some ginger tea. And listen, don't worry. When people rile me up, yeah, my blood pressure go up a little bit, but the sauce starts oozing. What? Oozing. And I'm like so thirsty to teach y'all these new things. You know, these new concepts. I'm so thirsty to teach y'all these things, y'all, that can be a bit easier for you guys to use in trading. But if you're still having trouble with candle closures and you're still having trouble with structure, you're still having trouble with all of that other stuff, you know, not gonna work out. So trust me, I'm showing you guys the basics, but there is, oh my goodness, I don't even think y'all ready for it. I don't even think y'all ready for it. Just remember, this high is not a part of structure, and none of these highs are. None of these highs, according to the higher time frame, none of these highs are. All you see that's happening right here is us going down in what? What did Daniel Savage tell us? He said up channel, side channel, down channel. Teacher, legendary information before we even know it. That's all we got. That's all. When are we gonna take the exam? Jeez. You ready to get kicked out that fast? Stay a little while. I'm kidding. The exam is gonna be in January. For you guys. That's fine, these notes. We are recording. That's fine. Don't worry, we hitting them stops at 4K. We recorded. That's okay. We trying to get you fired soon. So do what you gotta do now before we fire you. We trying to get you fired from that job soon. Don't worry. I'll be getting a study sheet. What kind of question is that? You have to come in a live market study sheet. Okay, sir, point to the fractal that will hold. Ooh, they're gonna be like, oh, will? Oh, no, because the more we don't really know what. Point to the fractal that will hold. Ooh, y'all not ready. That's why I say I need a back test. Y'all not ready. I don't think y'all ready for that. There's some of y'all got it in y'all, but you know. And we're going back over um, some of the stuff in the playlist. The risk management portion of the playlist. What's that? Video 7 and 8 that y'all still, it's probably the least watched videos there. Take an entry that we will trail for the next legs in price. Oh, that's gonna be cold. That you can trail. That's too much pressure. No, it's not. If you go to backtesting, you take an entry that you've trailed successfully with one swing. Oh my goodness, they gonna go crazy for that, right? I've never been good with exams. That's okay, Dan. It seems like you good with instructions, so don't worry. Those who follow instructions, they win. Those who follow the rules, they win. That's what we said the market is like, right? What the market is those who follow the rules, they win. That's it. Nothing else. What exactly should be back tested? I've been testing things separately, but struggling to put it all together. Well, it doesn't belong all together. The only thing that belongs together is what? Structure, zones, candlestick structure. If you have not learned in that order, you're going to fail. If you know how to choose zones, but you don't know how to follow structure, you're going to fail. Not this exam, no. My man hit the reverse Uno card. Y'all be safe. Y'all be safe out there. Yo, my man. Telling y'all, it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna foster growth. It's not to humiliate and embarrass anybody. I mean, you should be embarrassed if you have months to consume this information and all you had to do was take one trade with it. One. Not the quadrillion trades y'all be, posting in the spam section. Magma over there narrating price. Now we failed to take a low. We see if we go higher. Now we go higher. We see if it's coming back into the range. Now it's back into the range. We see if it's going to leave the range. Now it's leaving the range. Hey. We got eyes. We can all see that. Yo. I'm telling you, the problem is where people are anticipating. Like, granted, there was this here, right? We, that high, that low, of course, blah, 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 closed. We have this closure here that belongs to this high that tells us that's the master high, not this one on the inside. So while we're still driving down, we understand that these are still previous ranges that price does still come back to tap into. And you could see a rejection away from it, but after the rejection, what's also possible of taking out the high of that range, right? Because it's not a part of structure. So us understanding that we're trading back into here, we're looking for trades below here to bring us back into that range. Instead of getting into a short, holding the short and it trades away, not getting your low taken out, Your stops go to break even, and guess what? Comes right back up and takes out that stop at break even. Some of y'all are trading that way. Some of y'all are trading that way. Break even quickly, taken out, and watch price do whatever it's doing after. Knowing that on this side, this is where we're looking for accumulation. And even if accumulation happens with a manipulation below it and then now back into the range of it, we understand that this is the environment that we're looking for accumulation to begin in. So again, we have not taken out any master highs to say that, you know, we could definitely call ourselves bullish. Now, if this puts in a low and this closes, that master high drops down to here. But we understand that us being in the bottom of the range, us being down here is for a purpose of accumulating, and then what? We have lows right below it that could aid with that sharp manipulation into that move up above. I don't care what time that it's supposed to happen. Don't matter to me. I just know the side of the market I choose to take up entries on, and it's because of the logic that I understand governs the market and not someone else's perspective, right? Not someone else's perspective. It's the logic that actually governs the market that I'm willing to take trades on. So who's in that long pushing up in the space up there? I'm sure some of the students, I ain't even got to look at the chat because I know they in longs. Knowing when to and when not to, based on what is occurring. What do we have? 1, 2, 3. Let's say it's 4 swings. Let's say it's 4. We're not counting closures. It's 5. That. Did this drop below it yet? Let me just check the OHLC. 767. 6675. Oh yeah, that did put in a low. So that's a 5th swing. But we already know that Daniel Savage told us that it's let me start using this man's name in this. So you see where some of you guys are? You guys are lacking video 6. What does video 6 say about a double bottom below a higher time frame supply? No. But we know that in accumulation, we still break up and down these areas, and we can read it going side to side, knowing exactly where to anticipate, where to spread our seed around, you know, where to plant on some solid ground. Some rich ground, we know it's here. That's where you throw the dice. And all of it is, oh, clean your charts. Okay. I'm telling y'all, some of these people wouldn't even recognize Jesus if he came here. They're so lost in whatever it is they hope, think, and believe. Well, somebody's literally showing you guys. This is since the beginning of time that it's been this way. Since the beginning of time, it's doing this. Y'all watch video 9? Because I don't think y'all did. Somebody in here They're like, what video did he say to go back and watch again? And then here come the questions in the stream channel from video 9. So in video 9 here, during the London session, you pointed to these lows and you said, which is understandable, guys. What I meant to tell you guys is that that's the crazy part, Razor. I know what I teach. I know my language. Sorry, that was Saeed. I know my language. I know my language. I know what I say and what I don't. That's why I'll know immediately who's teaching the stuff I teach. I know immediately who's came across someone who knows my teaching. I know the language. And it's not making up names for certain models or things like that. It's understanding the logical concept that price moves in. So who wouldn't have been short in either that old imbalance there to the left because they thought that was me. I was that guy. Yeah, okay, so this is an unmitigated up candle this here. Short. And then it go right through it. What are you doing? You're trying to call a smart money guy to come back. Hey. You said, come here. You said, this is what you said in the video when you said, no, I'm going to go back test it and find out why it didn't happen the way he said it does. And then I started to realize, they're just wrong. They're teaching things that they're not pressing the button to trade with. They're not actually entering with this logic that they're talking about. The hindsight tool is correct with back testing, being able to, mitigate that, mitigate that too, mitigate that too, and then we just follow these mitigations all the way down and we have all of these a million R trades. All of that stuff is great. But had you been executing, you would have learned what not to do and what to do. Didn't we already say not to short that to the left? Well, maybe there's still a draw they're looking for. I don't know. Did we hit that draw yet? What's this? Asia? No, who said it was gonna bounce from 780? I don't know. What time did it get there? I don't know either. So no, that doesn't mean that this, look at how the candles are getting smaller. That doesn't mean that it could either seek to take this and then drop back in here, or can very well do it from here to go back in there. Doesn't matter which one it actually does. We understand that there's something occurring within there nearest to an area to the left that a possible rejection comes and then brings us back into maybe the lower portion of it. Why? Why is that? Because this is considered the top of the range. And now somebody else might be like, well, what about this range here? And then when I speak back to Premium this morning when we were streaming, told you. That's what we were expecting the whole time. Call out all these different levels, all these different things that we were waiting to occur, all of that. We did all of that in the pre-market stream. And I'm just coming out here clackering to y'all because we already did all of it ahead of time. And it followed the same exact thing. Look at that drop. Whoopee, right back down. Yeah. But, it's broken statements and, all that other stuff, just kind of, broker statements, all other stuff. They said I gotta need a license on Twitter to even say anything that's true. So I hope that this shows you why you don't need the SIBI, the BISI. You don't need the indicators on your chart. You don't need the things that you had from somewhere else that helped you with whatever, blah, blah, blah. You don't need that stuff. You are moving slow. Those people are a lot slower than we are. You are moving slow. And you need to remove those things. Get those. I don't even give as a market structure indicator. Get it off. Learn how to do it yourself. Oh, it's helping me in the meantime. No, it's a crutch in the meantime. And now you think that since you don't have to think much because that's doing the thinking for you, that's a lazy thing to do, by the way. It's doing the thinking for you. When it comes time to do your part, you're doing your part based on it doing an error. Crazy. The problem is solved when they go to their financial advisors. Yeah, and the financial advisors put them on the other end of our trade. Ain't that crazy? The other end. They place them on the other end. Because their orders are getting broken up in parts. So we're following price, and this is what they're doing. Our orders are getting broken up in parts of their orders too, in that direction that they're actually going. What I'm telling you is, it's the best time. Absorption, yeah, absorption. Absorption just means that you're not accurate. You missed the mark. It was something that you missed, something that you got wrong. It went through it. Nope, that's not precision. Because how do you know something going through it, through like a hourly one, whether it's actually just going through it to continue higher or whether it's going through it to trade back in? How would you know how to time that? Now your stop has to be bigger than the zone to account for the absorption. And I was a believer at that in the beginning, but then I realized this is just because they don't know what price is actually doing. Because price shouldn't flush through your zone, then go and you count that as successful. That zone was violated. So it can't be absorption. There has to be a reason. And that really sent me down the rabbit hole. I'm just verifying every single thing that price taps into, every turn, every small little wick. I needed a place for it. It needed a home. It needed a why. And that you're going to go into using market structure, realizing stop losses are too big, trying to find some zones that's here, realizing not every zone is holding, trying to utilize wicks, and then realizing not every wick holds. Try to utilize fractals, realize not every fractal holds. And you go through all of it by failing at it. You failing there allowed your experience to take in information and use for the next time you get engaged. Why are you going to leave that up to your money to do that? You don't want to backtest that? You would take it for take it for a ride, right? Y'all don't do test driving in this generation? Because no test drive needed. You just go put 100K count on it. This no test drive. Something is wrong. Sir, they ain't even got to say anything to trick you. You just taking it for a spin because you. Whoa, a different kind of generation here. I had zoomed in because I'm looking at the behavior around this wick. You guys were here yesterday, or you guys watched the video, or neither. Neither. That's what it is. That's major consensus. Neither. Look at this. I don't even care if it fails. Don't matter to me. But look at this. Trading right into 767 and a quarter, like Michael says. Stop behind. Sorry, that was 97. Was that 97? Look at me. Look at 797. I'm telling you, dyslexia in there somewhere. 797. And you got 792 over here. And a 1-to-1. 1-to-1 equals 1 on a bun. 1-to-1. Look at this. In that zone. Now, of course, the students, we looking at over here, because what do we say? What do we say? The people who are a little more experienced, we said top of the range, bottom of the range, right? So nice short. And I know somebody's going to ask me, why would you use this low to this high back here? Because it's something that I see on the higher time frame. So relax. Just keep trailing highs and lows. Follow your lows wherever they go. Like Toucan Sam said. But whether we say we anticipate it happening here and accumulating, oh my goodness. He's so toxic. An accumulating environment that we're not marrying anything up there. Right? We know how to conduct ourselves in this environment. We know when to wait. What? No, I'm speechless that people won't follow the rules. I'm speechless. So much money in this market. I am speechless. Even if, goodness gracious, even if all of us went long, it's still not even enough to move the market. I'm speechless. We just don't want, we want to lose in real time? We want to lose our real money? How dare? We want to lose our real money? It just doesn't make sense to me. Absolutely speechless. Now we watch these things happen time and time and time and time and again. Okay. Excuse me, I'm just a snake oil salesman. And I know this is the issue that people are having. People are saying, well, if we put in a body closure here, and this is the high here that put in that body, they go, oh, wait, so why was I using this? So I thought a validated pullback is if we close up above that previous inside. So then it closed here as a body. And I thought that, and you see where the disconnect in the knowledge comes from? Stoic, you in that long? Bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom of the range, top of the bottom of the. And all of a sudden, then it ends up being very simple, too simple at that if you're saying all of these things and you're winning and benefited from these things, then you're scamming. You sir, are scamming the community, and you're a vulture. You're a vulture. VAL, voucher to this community. Vulture by what? Trying to make you guys profitable? I go on the beach and just look at the charts all day and just, not communicate with nobody. I'm busy arguing about time. Oh my gosh! What time is this macro? What's this? What's happening here? We got macro coming soon. I don't know. We got macro coming. I said, hey, I didn't say macro. We're not talking about IGT. I said macro. There's the fish, Jack Macro. Amazing. Mwah. It's delicious when you eat it. Jack Macro. Delicious. Because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about. We are light years ahead of what these What these people are arguing about, we are light years ahead. That's what I'm telling y'all. Hold your head up. Listen, I don't care who's the biggest name in whatever space there is. You're next. I don't care who's the most trusted advisor out there. They got the newsletter going. You're next. Because there's something about a person that can prove what they say to be true, that lives and that walks by it, walks by the truth. People gonna hate you for the rest of forever. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all about like, this is what free speech looks like. This is what freedom looks like. I'm telling y'all about it. Because y'all are going to have to just strengthen your side on every side. You're going to be attacked for no reason. No reason. There's no reason to attack you. How are people getting help out of an environment that people are paying for and inside of it? And then somebody's a scammer. Where's the disconnect there? What's actually happening here? Wait, whoa! But you said they got a corporate live and you gotta have free material on YouTube that they can make you. They could. So if those criteria are met, then what's happening? So what we know is going on here. 4 candle drop, silent investor, you in here? Dun 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 dun. Four candle drop. Do 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 do. So we're in this environment where we begin to range. We dip right below it. Now, if this to the left is enough momentum to push price back to the other side, then it would very well come from here. But if not, it would liquidate even lower and then begin to look to accumulate again in looking to trade back up. And all we end up seeing the patterns show us is something like this. Now it looks a little easier. Because you realize what's occurring here. Yes, that sharp drop, but another accumulated environment. And that accumulated environment could be a lot stronger to push back into the other end as well. So bottom of the range. Can you imagine? They railed on retail support and resistance for the last few years. They railed on it. You don't know how to trade, ran people off of the internet. Because they trade support and resistance. Meanwhile, they don't even know how to make money with, and they know the time. They know what time it is. How many break and retests are below these lows? break below it, close, retest it, and go. And hindering people's ability to see the market in an objective way so they know what could help to benefit them in terms of clarity and what can't. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all got to take pictures like this, you know, like remember how the orientation of these things. Remember how they look. This is a great picture for me to snap. Let me just snap this right here. So when the market was falling 300-400 points in a day, and I was only taking longs, when the market was falling 300 to 400 points, and I was only taking longs, now we know why. They used to rail on me because I said I only take longs on NASDAQ. Okay, yeah, I can take shorts. It's fine. I can take them, definitely. But not interested. I'm going to trade what I know gives me the satisfaction. Ooh. Satisfaction. I'm going to... What gives me the satisfaction of what I like to see in my P&L. It's a beautiful picture. Listen, I told y'all, when they really start pushing me around on Twitter, oh my goodness. The teaching? Ah, man. Because now pull up a chair, I'm gonna embarrass you. When I used to play basketball, I used to be so quiet about it. You know, like be the guy catching a rebound, laying up, you know, doing whatever job I was told to do. And there would be people who would come in the game and just start, yeah, you know, bump their chest up to me, you know, because they caught a rebound or, you know, like grabbed the ball and laid it up real quick before I could turn around. And I'm like, okay, you, I don't think you know who you're playing with, but, you know, all right. So the very next possession, I would ask for the ball on the right side because I always knew when I immediately darted left, most people are right-handed, and there's a way that they're quicker on their feet to step in. So I would immediately swing left. And it was very difficult for them to adjust. Once I get that first step on you, oh, I was dunking on whoever was down there. Whoever. You allowed me to take off before you even got to the spot. Oh, it's over. And it's because your man started talking. That's the type of basketball player I was. And I came to trade him with the same approach. Be nice about it and all, but hey, roll up now, button. Because I was confident in my first step to the left. Bam, I beat you on just the first step alone. Now I have you on my back, so you got to push me to foul me. Or drag me back or whatever it is, but more than likely you're going to push me. And when you push me, you're going to accelerate that move off the floor. The guy that's there to block, he's playing in my right hand. And I'm coming in with my left to duck. Ooh! That was my signature move. I always knew and believed in that one move, that one kick. I always knew if I needed to make a statement to the next team, is this move that I'm going to take. Oh, they clapping loud and going crazy over a couple of shots that we were poor to step up on? Okay, let me silence that crowd. Okay. Don't worry, we got something for that. Man. So I'm sorry if I just see it as, like, and you guys may not see it as sport. Yeah, trading's you versus you. We know all that. It's you versus you. We know that. Come on. Shimon, we know I ain't make up no supply. I call it as you see this here, this candle here? I'm going to name it the supply. Y'all know I ain't do any of that. Some of the little things that I do know, I credit those people in the bio. Some of the little tiny things that I know. But when it's time to show up, I've spent the time. I was already in the gym. So now I got to be humble about the shot I take. You could miss it or you could make it. Yeah, I know, but I practiced this one right here, so more than likely I'm going to make it. And that person is crazy to others, This is why I got to get off of Twitter, get off of social media, find your kick, find the way you enter price, keep going with it. Don't include nobody else's idea of what they think actually happens. Pay yourself over and over with that same one kick. And every time you show up and you do that one kick, everybody gonna be like, oh wait, that's risky. But okay, yeah, but I usually, oh wait, but that's the entire time I've been on social media, they've came with that. But that's risky if you, okay, you keep telling me what's risky, but you still don't know where to put your stop loss. So what risk are we talking about? Well, it being honest, it's 1%. 1%? Are we not over these discussions already? But according to what you're showing people, I'm sorry that you only know how to do it through over-leveraging. It's like people who are traumatized by their past trading sins and they just push people to do what they wish they didn't, and they're still not profitable with it. It's incredible. Incredible. You see that little tiny wicket top? That's crazy. Right here. But you also see the other little tiny wicket top? Right there? And then a nice little push up over that? Incredible. What's your risk behind that? What's your risk behind? And they was laughing about little 2-point trades. Okay, 2-3-point trades. Yeah, that's what Asia only offered me. Okay. Then I got some 5-point trades in there. You got a couple 10-point, maybe 19-point trades here. But it starts feeling easy because I'm doing the same thing. I don't care what the point value offers me. It's a 3-point range. No, it was entry, stop loss, TP. It was entry, stop loss, TP. Entry, stop loss, TP. Entry, stop loss, TP. With the same move, doing the same thing over and over again. Entry, stop loss, TP. Entry, stop loss, TP. And now I'm so fixated on that I'm not even willing to acknowledge anything else because I know that saved my life. That saved my future. That saved me from falling apart. That structure, that one thing. It didn't have to be better than anybody else's at the time. It had to work. Because You're wrong about price, and I'm here as the Dark Knight to tell you. Okay, my bank account only knows price. They don't even know time. Don't even know time. They only know it only knows price. That's it. So what's the discussion? Here, what I need to acknowledge that I'm very wrong about. Okay. What an incredible presentation. And they push me to do all of this. Sometimes I just want to focus on y'all and like what y'all struggling with, and that's why some conversations we have, like, you know, I'm like, Magma, come on, Magma. I'm not talking about you right now, Magma. You've been doing well, but Magma, you know, like I come in here and I gotta, hello, you what? Don't do that here. I gotta be like that, moving quickly, addressing everybody else's need, all these different things. And then there's a time where when everybody else is doing well with something, you guys ever saw a rabbit hole? You guys ever saw a rabbit hole? Yo! Let's concentrate on the sauce. That's for you to concentrate on the sauce. That's for you. Bryce is still doing the same thing. What we got? What we got going on here? Let's concentrate. Let's concentrate, guys. What do we have? Top of the range, bottom of the range. Fractally. Okay, so nothing there. Same thing? Same thing, okay. Same thing? Same thing, okay. Same thing? Same thing? Okay. You said yesterday on the downtrend only take wicks for sells, or I misunderstood. I said in a downtrend you should, in an uptrend, sorry, we were trending up yesterday. I said in an uptrend, if you're going to use wicks, only use wicks for only use bullish wicks. I also said to the rest of the group, and in the video, probably at a part that you may have to go back to, I said that doesn't guarantee that wick will hold. That's why we follow what? Structure and zones. But if you're not advanced yet to be able to use this, then what you need to do is you need to stay out. Right now, your only business is not wicks. Your business is the fact that we said that we are in an accumulating environment. We're in an accumulating environment. If you have trouble understanding these little small candles here, that's not your trade. If you have trouble understanding these little tiny candles in here, that's not your trade. Stay out of that. But you have different limitations than me. You have different limitations than some of the students that are here taking trades back and forth to different places, knowing when to use a wick, when not to use a wick. You are not there yet. And for the rest of you that personalize these questions as to, you said we should, yeah, I told you to do that. So that means in a downtrend, you didn't take any of these wicks, right? You didn't take that wick, right? You didn't take this wick, right? You didn't take this wick, right? You didn't use this wick in a downtrend, right? You didn't use this in a downtrend, right? They just ran through that. You didn't use this to take a trade on, right? You weren't using that to take a trade, right? So effectively, your losses are eliminated just by using what I told you to use, and you don't have to continue losing until you can learn how not to do this. Now you have what? 5, 6 losses not even happening. You escaped them because you did not use that. So very important that the advice, listen, I used to tell people all the time, when you, and I'm not trying to be religious or anything, but I said, when you reading the Bible, it's talking to two people. One part of it is talking to the person that's saved. The other part of it is talking to the person that's a sinner. That's it. There's two different people. So using one message for another is wild. Fighting your own brethren with messages that was meant for somebody else is wild. It's crazy. But we're not going to get there. We're not going to go there. You know, don't matter what y'all believe about it. We're not going to go there. We're not making this about religion. It's just saying that the information that you take in, some applies to you, some doesn't. Some is for an more advanced crowd. And stick to that. Because we already said what should actually matter for you guys. We get some yellow in here. We said top of the range, bottom of the range in that environment, right? So that should matter. And that's your guidance for these areas that you get tripped up in. So you don't have to worry about the other things that you're not yet like in that place to really execute in. That's not for you. When I say certain things like, you know, EW, cheap dad, whatever it is, all these different, some of those things are not for you. Exactly. And this is why I say that a lot. Just find your kick and trade. Just find your trade. Sorry, look at me. You see dyslexia making me read things I'm not there. Just find your trade and kick the hell out of it. That's it. Just that one thing. Just the one. Uno. Whatever language you need to, you know, just find that one thing. Stop trying to be the guy being a part of everything because you see everybody else a part of everything. Just know everybody else lost on the things that they're now a part of and they can be a part of. You're not there if you're not profitable. You're not there if you're not taking money out of the market. You're not there. So that's not the way you should be trading. You guys hear all the time, demo and live are two different things. I've been preaching since the beginning of my time on Twitter. Treat your demo account like your live account. You need to trade them the same way. All of my advice has been different from everybody else out there. Trade your demo account the same way you're going to trade your live account. So now you only have 2,000 in margin if that account allows you 2,000 to lose. And now you're only using a certain amount of contracts and not trying to get 10 contracts in one trade and then pass it just like, no, treat your demo account the same way you're going to treat your live account. And there's far more progress that's going to come from that than, you know, the banana juice you see out there with people jumping back and forth in different areas. Treat it that way. I promise you. Oh my gosh. I promise you it's going to help. It's going to change up some things for your trading. Champ, nothing but love for you. Asking nicely, how can anyone follow price from that chart? So anybody else, relax. You guys relax. Um, so post the notes that you've been taking for this session. Show me what's on your chart. That's a better question. Post your chart that's currently up now, and then post your notes too that I instructed every single person in here to take when they show up to these sessions. So I'll give you a chance. You know, and I get it. You say you acting nicely, I'm acting nicely too. Same thing. That shouldn't take more than a minute, no? Dave, you obviously have Rayman brain where you can keep track of all of these ideas you draw on your chart. We can't do that. We can't follow more than 4 to 5 ideas. So you too, send me your chart. Put your chart in the chat. Because then you'll realize it's the instructions that you're not following and not the chart that we talking about. So you post your chart too. Or are we not following instructions? Because if I'm the one teaching you how to learn, teaching you how to drive, and you can't follow what I'm telling you to do, then you're not going to learn, and we're always going to be back at this same spot again. It's 2 minutes since I asked for the chart and notes, and I don't see anything. So I just act like it's not there. It's 11:40. It's past the time that we are scheduled to stream. So actually no, I think I have 5 more minutes. So let me just wait 5 more minutes for those notes and the charts. Because then we'll see why 95% of people So I got a few more minutes left in here. And that's not to put anybody on the spot, but it's to put everybody in context. Because people hear this here and they go out there and say something different, and now they're not giving context, they're conning the text. They're taking the text here and being a con man about it. So don't con the text, keep it in context. A list of rules here. There was only one. Only one. And I think I might have mentioned it the very first stream that I said I'll do this every day with you, and now I'm kind of regretting it, but it's okay. I said I'll do this every day. But you got to show up and take notes. And all now, I don't see any charts or notes of the people that I requested, so... Because price is still doing the same thing that I mentioned an hour ago. And if you have no knowledge based on the playlist that you were given, you are being cooked, broiled, fried, steamed, baked, sauteed. Because there's no knowledge there. Look at this, beautiful, and I love this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have them. First step of profitability, self-awareness. You're on the way. Been blowing accounts instead. That stops now. From tomorrow, I will do the charts. And if you do the charts, we'll do our part. If you do the charts, we'll do our part. That's it. What we give is also what we expect too, but it helps you to get where you have to go. Go and take $190 to Morgan Stanley, to BlackRock. Go tell them, come here, teach me how this goes right here. Show me how to do this every day. Show me for $129. Come, show me how to have freedom for the rest of my life. Show me how to make things happen for me and my family, and so my generations will no longer need to live in this world that my ancestors had. Go and tell BlackRock and your Rock, or whoever it is you follow, Chris Rock, go and tell them for $129 to give you life-changing information. They're going to laugh you right out the door. And make sure they throw that $129 right to the back of your head.